Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man, King Real. It's Monday. Try to get some more of this playoff money, man. What's up, Jay Money?
Yep, you're exactly right. It's Monday, but this ain't no weekend hangover, man. My Monday is a little bit different than everybody else. I got to work all weekend, so it don't really feel like a Monday to me, man. Let's get to this money.
No doubt, no doubt. What's up, Max, man? Welcome in, brother. How was your weekend?
Yeah, man. Saturday was a blast. I had a great day, in the personal life as well, gambling. Sunday yesterday was ass. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's Monday. It's a new game, new day. Let's cash it.
For sure. Let's cash it. Let's cash it. We'll talk about these weekend games since we don't have our game to kick off until later, man. We could go over the weekend games real quick. Weekend teams kind of did what we thought. I mean, I didn't expect the Bucks to get blown out like they did. I thought that total would go over as well. It didn't. Bucks just beat up by the Celtics at home. I don't think that's going to be what happens the next game as well. I see the line still sitting at the same. Not going to give a play on that game right now, but I don't see the same outcome happening for the Bucks. And watching that Rockets game, I mean, I watched that first half all on Twitter with everybody on Twitter, man, and I'm screaming out shit that's obvious, and then we'll get on the news. I mean, on ESPN today and after the game, and they saying the same shit I'm saying. I mean, you got to give a man time to land. You're not giving the man time to land. I mean, the Golden State Warriors, to me, were pretty lucky to win that game. Rockets, I give it up to their defense. Even though they didn't capitalize all the time, I mean, I think they got holes on a couple of them shots, man, and it would have been the way Rockets would have won that game. I mean, that's all I got to say. They would have won that game yesterday. But it will be called the same way the next game. Next game, I expect some points. Next game, I expect the Rockets as well to step up. James Harden those fouls will be called, and I think it's gonna be a ticky tack both ways. I think both fouls will be called both ways a lot. There'll be a lot of fouls next game, I think. But that was what was surprising to me, man. The Bucks taking an ass whooping they took, and then seeing how they defended Harden, man. How he didn't get the same calls he got all year. He didn't get them at all. I mean, none of them. I mean, even that foul at the end with Chris Paul, that was a goddamn foul. I'm a little wondering. I'm iffy to see if Chris Paul will be suspended though for bumping into the ref, J Money, at the end of that game. But I doubt it. I know Chris Paul is like he has something in the NBA. He's thinking of highly in the NBA. He has a hold a high position too, outside of just being on the basketball court. So I don't know if he'll be suspended, but that's what's in the back of my head. I'm waiting to hopefully that tonight I will know if he will or will not be. I don't want to wake up in the morning and find out that Paul is suspended or some shit like that, and we missed out on the line. Oh, we took a bet like the Rockets that we shouldn't have taken. What's your take on those weekend games, Jay?
Yeah, well, I saw that Paul. He's not gonna be suspended. He just got fined 35 bands. Like you say, he cool up there with like the, you know what I'm saying. I think he's like big with the like with the Players Association. You know what I'm saying, with the players or whatever, like with the president. Something like, you know how this shit be, man. You know when he leave, he probably gonna be like the president or something like Derek Fisher or whatever. But regardless, he won't be suspended. Just get fined. Could be a totally different game next game. But on to Saturday, real quick. A little bit surprised that this. I mean, not so much surprised that 76ers show up. I was surprised how low scoring the game was. I saw that it could have went over and under, but that fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying, 30 points scored in that fourth quarter, it totally killed the over. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that the final score that one doesn't really tell really the way that the game went. I mean, the Raptors pretty much dominate that game, and I mean I feel like it should have been a little bit more points scored in that, but it was just absolutely terrible fourth quarter. And I mean, the San Antonio Nuggets, they showed that, you know what I'm saying, that they are a little bit young. Well, they got the win, but they were up by 15 points. You know what I'm saying? And let that dwindle all the way down. Let it get down to two. Really almost deserved to lose that game, but they end up pulling it out. You know what I'm saying? It was a little crazy that the Spurs didn't foul there at the end, but I mean, it's all good. It would have just been a push anyway, but they under cash with ease. And I mean, yesterday, I must say, man, I didn't even have time to just dig into it like that. I'm just going off the head of what I know. You know what I'm saying? Put out 4 plays and all 4 of them cash. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I thought the Bucks were going to win, and then the Celtics covered the spread. And damn, man, I mean, the Celtics, I could have just took the damn money line. I was cool with the points, but I still thought the Bucks, you got to come out there and do something better than that, bro. Playoff revenge, and they've been kind of sort of having your number during this season. You know what I'm saying? I know it was evened up, but still, man, you got to win that first game. Let them know, hey, look, this is our year. And I mean, you did the exact opposite. You only scored 90 at the house. You've been playing like the best fucking team, averaging the most points. I don't know. That was absolutely terrible. But I do think it will look totally opposite of the next game. And that the Rockets and the Warriors game, I mean, it went under for me. And the Rockets cast, I can't say I wasn't really worried about the foul call or nothing. I just didn't want to go into overtime. And then the Rockets end up not cashing and my under getting screwed off. But just me personally, I don't think that there was a foul the last play. I mean, I would have loved to see the Rockets win that game. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because he kind of sort of lunges forward, and I'm not really a fan of Harden. I know he's been getting those calls this year, but this is the real season now, and you're not getting all those little bullshit calls. I do think that they can beat the Warriors, but you need to beat them fair and square. And just like the refs say, you had your chances. It shouldn't have came down to that call.
Yeah, it should have came down to that call, but that first half was real questionable, man. I mean, when they turn their hip and turn it sideways, I get it if you don't want to foul his hand, but when you turn your hip into somebody, Jay, and you basically using your hip and they can't land. I mean, that's how Kawhi got hurt, bro. I mean, we got to be 100. That's how Kawhi got hurt and missed last year, and that's part of the reason why he's a Raptor right now. I mean, that bullshit right there. He got time to sit back and think and shit about he don't want to be a Spur during that time and how they treated him, but that's part of the reason why he was hurt right there. I mean, they can't. I mean, Harden can get hurt that way. He can come down, you can fuck your ankle up, you can fuck your knee up, you can mess yourself up. Not being, I'm like, yeah, I give him credit. Yeah, he stole his foot out there a lot. But you guys been calling that like that all year round. Why in the playoffs you just stop calling it? I mean, you called it last round, so you can't say you didn't call it the last round. And the Warriors were doing something that most teams didn't do. They're actually throwing their hip into the man. And it turned their body all the way around. And a couple of those, Clay did smack him on the hand. Now the one with Green at the end, that's iffy. You could call that one if you want to with Green and Harden. My take on that. I mean, that one, okay, I can see that one there. You ain't calling that at all. You ain't gonna call it very well at the end, okay. But the one with Paul was trying to at least pass the ball, to me, he bumped him. He was all up in his space right there, and to me, that one was a foul. Your take on that part right there, Max, from that Rockets game about the way they was officiating James Harden. Do you think they will continue to officiate it the same way throughout the series? Do you see it going over? Like, I'm kind of leaning towards the over next game, because I see more fouls and I see Harden actually getting the space and the contested shots will be so contested this time. What's the take on that?
Yeah, I just want to recap Saturday real quick. I had 10 wins, 3 losses, and 2 pushes. Pretty much the Denver Spurs game was the only thing I pretty much lost on. I mean, they should have fouled at the end. I had the money line and even to win the series. So other than that, I had a pretty good day. And you know, Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, man, really fun guy to watch play. They couldn't do shit about him. But to get to this Rockets Golden State game, guys, before I say this and y'all Golden State Warrior bandwagon fans get on me, I really don't like Harden. You know, throughout the season, I really hate him, the way he get to the foul line, you know, all of that. But to be honest, first half of that game, Harden was actually fouled. They let the last 2 minutes report out yesterday. Rachel Nichols tweeted it out, and those 4 calls in the beginning in the first half were actually fouls. One of them, Klay Thompson, twists his body. You know, he turns to the side and he lands in his space. And if you're going to follow the rule, he needs to get the room to land. But the last one on James Harden, he kicks out, and Draymond Green, he lands a bit forward, but yeah, that's a kick out from Harden. That should not be a foul there. But come on, man. First half, the reason Harden has to exaggerate so much was because he didn't get the calls he should actually be getting. And it goes both ways. Houston even got some pretty ridiculous calls. Golden State, I think it was Looney. Harden grabbed Looney's arm and he got the foul, got to the free throw line to shoot through free throws. But the first half, those 4 calls should have been 12 free throws, which could have changed the picture of the whole game. So yes, I would say the calls first half were missed, and the officiating needs to get better, man. Most of these refs are like 45 and up. They're pretty old dudes, and players have been talking about that. They need more fresh blood in the league. Why don't I get in, referees about their peak, like 30, 35 years old? I know they might lack experience, but sure as hell won't miss the call. Y'all remember when Kevin Durant took like 4 steps outside the fucking court, and there was no, that's Golden State ball. Oh, fuck no, man. Everybody could see that. And what happened at that end of that game? James Harden hit a 3 over Draymond Green and even got fouled there, but that shit wasn't even called. But the refs need to come out here, pretty much set the tone real early in that next game, or it could get ugly. And I don't think Chris Paul should get suspended. Now I know that he's not going to get suspended. He got a $35,000 fine. Because if someone should be suspended, it should be Draymond Green or KD. KD has 3 technical fouls, and Draymond Green has 4. I think he's the leading one in the playoffs right now. That was probably like Chris Paul's first. I'm pretty sure that was his first. So yeah, I'm really hoping for Draymond to catch that 5th real soon, so he might get suspended. fucking hate Golden State. Nah, but for real, I can't be mad. My +7 and +6.5 cashed. I'm not mad at the game like that, but the calls should have been called right there. That's the only thing, because it's not really fun to watch a game when their officiating is that bad. But yeah, other than that, pretty solid game. I actually thought the first half was pretty decently called. Both teams got their fouls, but yeah, 3-point shots. Harden did not get fouls on the first 4 calls. Kind of sad, but I'm just looking for the refs to set the tone real early in the next game, or it could get really ugly. Players getting frustrated, technical fouls, fights could break out, stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on that game.
No doubt. Hey, you brought that shit down good too. And I forgot, Jay, when he said about the Durant shit. I heard you laughing out there, Jay. Yeah, Durant was doing breakdance moves out there and shit. He was out there doing breakdances and shit all out of bounds and shit. They trying to steal that game from Houston right there, bro. I forgot all about that, Jay.
Hell no, I don't remember that shit. I remember I went back and saw it. I was like, damn, boy, how did I see that shit, man? But I mean, being clearly out of bounds, bro. I don't know. It ain't the first call. I mean, somebody traveled, took like 4 steps inbounds this year. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Bradley Beal, and that was even worse. You know what I'm saying? But the other one, how could you clearly not see? I mean, come on now, man. Y'all showing that y'all got money on somebody, man. But nah, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, some crazy calls. I do think I think you onto something there, real. I mean, I was all over there under there, and I still like the unders in this series, just like all together. But this next game, I feel like the refs will be pressured into they have to call a lot of these ticky-tack fouls. But I'm still not a fan of Harden's game. I'm sorry. You take those bullshit foul calls away from him, his game is totally different.
No doubt. Well, let's welcome in the chat, man. Everybody in here. We got 303 watching, man. Hit the like button, please, you guys. Thank you guys for all joining us on King's Court, man. Somebody asked who's the brown guy. I didn't know who you're talking about. You must be talking about all 3 of us. But I'm King Real. That's my man Jay Money who was just talking, and that's my man Max right there. So no racist stuff in here, y'all. I hear enough of that shit on Twitter as it is. But what's up, AM44? What's up, George? Man, we had some kind comments in here too, man. Let me scroll back up to him. What's up, Viper? What's up, man? What's up, Drew Daddy? We got some cool comments. I don't know what he doing. Let me see. Somebody said this is their favorite show, man. We got a few little comments where everybody was shouting out the show, man, saying it's their favorite show. I'll find them again. But let's welcome everybody in. What's up, Pedro, Carlos, Keith, Robert, Marshall, Paco, Tom, Sammy, the big guy, Justin. Yeah, Justin, the one who says it's their favorite show, man. Shout out to you, man. 77, what's happening? What's up, Impact? What's up, Raku? What's up, Ron? What's up, everybody, man? Hey, Jay, Embiid, bro. Is he still going to play with the stomach flu? I'm waiting for my phone to go off right now. Matter of fact, I know my wife watching. Can you bring me one of the iPhones in here? Because it's Android going dead. I need to check it out for myself too, man. Embiid news, Jay. What's up with it?
Bro, you know damn well he ain't missing this game, bro. You know that's just a little pump fake. Whether he got the stomach flu or not, he is not fucking missing this game. They know they can't go. I mean, they can go down 0-2, but you can't just let the Raptors get all the confidence in the world. Be like, oh yeah, we finna come and 4-0 these boys. I think it's gonna be a tighter game tonight, and I definitely do think that Embiid will not miss this game for shit. Even if he gives them a good 20 minutes out there, which it will hurt if he's not 100%. But the fact that he's out there, I still like him. But we saw them go, you know what I'm saying? I know this Raptors team in the Nets, but they sat Embiid, and them boys still went and won that game with ease, which still tripped me out. But I just got a crazy feeling this one that the 76ers will sneak inside the number with everyone and their mom being on the Raptors full game here.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I'm on the first half, Jay and Max. I took them first half here. I mean, the Raptors have been owning this team first half, for quite some time now. And not just that, man. Philly's first half points are down. They averaging 59 for the season, but they're at 56 right now. The Raptors are up big time, 5 points. They've been averaging 57 on the season, but the last 3 games, they averaging 62 points. They own this team over here, man. And Embiid not being 100, Mike Scott not being out there, man. The under that Jimmy had brought up, too, to me is kind of looking more appealing. I'm watching this line rise. Before we got on the show, man, was at 7. Now it's at 7.5, pushing 8. I'm seeing the guy say.
Bro, it's on 8. It's at 8.
It's at 8, damn. See, yeah, it's at 8 in some places, man. And I missed it. I should have got it at the 6.5. When I was doing the show with Jim, I said, man, I'm gonna fuck around and grab it at the 7 here. I'm tempted now to even grab the first quarter more so than the full game. I still think the Raptors get it done, Jay. You said they'll come inside this number, but you don't have a healthy Embiid out there at all, man. It's really tough to beat this team, the Raptors team, at home, and a team who's solid on the defensive side of the ball, man, from Danny and everybody else and Kawhi. Gasol. I mean, these guys are playing some decent defense. 76ers that struggle with this team in general, not just his team. They didn't struggle with Kawhi in general. He's been like a thorn in their side for a long time. Max, what are you leading over here? Do you agree with my first half bet? And do you agree also with what Jay said about he think the Raptors 76ers to stay in this number?
Yeah, if you guys watched the last game, it wasn't really a blowout, 13 points. I mean, that's okay. That's a decent win for the Raptors. I would have thought like 20 or something like that. But man, what team is this, bro? God damn. And I don't really wear hats, but I do own this. Just gotta keep it real with you guys. But yeah, I love the first half bet. I took them actually -2 first quarter, and I took them at -3.5 first half. I mean, the first half is at -4.5 now, so I beat that by 1 point. And I actually tweeted out yesterday when I got the Raptors full game -5.5. It's at 8 now. Come on, you gotta love that spot. So I'm really liking the Raptors here. I want to just break down how Kawhi was played last game. I mean, they took turns guarding him. Tobias Harris was trying to guard him at the beginning. I think Kawhi hit like 5 straight shots. And one thing I want to touch on before I go towards anything else, Kawhi is 14-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers in his career. And since he's been a Raptor, he's 4-0. So just something to keep in your mind. Yeah, Tobias Harris started the game off guarding him, but Kawhi was just pretty much hitting shots over him. Then Ben Simmons took a turn, but didn't really work because they just put some screens on Ben Simmons. He wasn't really doing any hard work to work over the screens. He was just going under the screens and pretty much gave Kawhi easy shots and easy layups. Then it was their best defender, in my opinion, Jimmy Butler. As Kawhi played him pretty physical, but Jimmy Butler he's a pretty physical dude. He's pretty jacked up, but come on, man, it's Kawhi Leonard. You cannot stop that, man. There was one particular player I really liked. Jimmy Butler went for the easy steal, what he thought, but Kawhi felt that, and usually players will like remove their hand or whatever. Like Kawhi didn't do that. He faked to go the other way, which led to Jimmy Butler overextending to that side. Man, Kawhi put that man in the spin cycle and dunked it on his face. Come on, dude. This dude has way too much basketball IQ. I'm on them first quarter -2, first half -3.5, and I took them at pretty good line yesterday. Full game -5.5. As the over, as Jay said, 30 points in the fourth quarter kind of killed it. I'm gonna like in play the over the total. I don't really have a good feel for it this game. They should really try to put some pressure on Kawhi Leonard, but he's really good. He's experienced. I don't see them really stopping him. And Pascal Siakam had a pretty decent game last game as well. I was looking at the player props. Kawhi's was pretty high, points, rebounds, and assists. It was at 40.5. I had a personal best last time. It was at 36.5. He ended up at almost 33 at first half, so that one cashed really easy. I don't know if they really going to, put it down on Kawhi tonight, pressure-wise. So whatever you want to call it, defensive or just take the ball out of his hands. He's a pretty good passer, so he could get a couple of assists. So I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't like to try that line. It's kind of high. He has almost to get like 10 rebounds and about 25 to 30 points there. It's kind of high for me, so I'm staying off that for the moment.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I hopped on that first quarter at 2.5. So I am on the first quarter. I grabbed them at 2.5. And Jay, we got to tell the chat, man, they got to start line shopping. I mean, somebody said they see the first half at 4.5. My book's still having it at 4. I got it at 3.5 earlier. It's still sitting at 4 on my William Hill. You guys can start line shopping, to find better lines. But yeah, I grabbed the Raptors right now, first quarter -2.5. Jay, your breakdown, I didn't mean to cut you short last time, Daniel. You were responding, but your breakdown on this game, besides the fact you think Philly keep it close.
Right, yeah, I was looking at that first half. Like you're exactly right. I mean, you got a line shop. I'm looking at mine. Mine's at 4.5 too. I mean, the line was at 8 at my book, and then it dropped back down to 7.5. So, I mean, this is one. It's not a popular pick whatsoever. I mean, it's not a max play for me, but I'm on the 76ers. I wasn't on them early. This is a little bit of a late play for me, but I know Leonard had a damn good game last game, and I love his comments afterwards. It doesn't matter. I mean, he just wants to get a win. He don't care about personal stats. I love this shit. I love the way Leonard is just quiet and, you know what I'm saying, he don't say much. He barely even grin at you. He just go out there and kill your ass. I love it. I just don't think that he's going to go for 45 tonight. I mean, it could happen, but I don't see him shooting 70% tonight. Jimmy Butler, somebody going to have to get on him. I'll have to put Harris on him. They're gonna need somebody, man. I'm not sure what's the deal going on with Jonathan Simmons, but he's a damn good defender too. I know he didn't play last game. I'm not sure if he's hurt, if he's still hurt or whatever, but they got to do something, man. I mean, Boban, he's pretty much a non-factor. You really can't play him out there. We don't need his big slow ass up there running down the court. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a 76ers fan, but in this spot, in bounce back spot, them having to show the Raptors what's up. I know the Raptors rode the momentum, but I like this Raptors team, but I'm still not a big fan of them. I'm still not a big fan of Lowry. I feel like the Leonard carried them on their back, you know what I'm saying, the last game. Obviously his 45 and 29. Other than that, him and Siakam, nobody else really did anything. So I feel like you contain Leonard a little bit more in this one. We know Siakam gonna get his points. Lowry may even decide to show up, but I still think that this is a little bit I think this is getting up there, you know what I'm saying, especially with the 8 points. I'll be happy to take my 8 with the 76ers all day. I know a lot of people on the under is shooting down. They're looking at that last game, seeing that last score not so fast. I'm all over the over in this one. I'm over on the over in the first half and the full game. I think we see points tonight. I don't think the 76ers are scoring 95 points tonight, and I think we're going to see a little bit faster pace. The 76ers know they have to run and gun, man. You can't let the Raptors go down there and set their defense up and make this a half-court game, because really the 76ers aren't a half-court team. They're a run-and-gun team shooting the threes, and they need to be making their threes. So, I mean, we'll see what we'll get from Embiid tonight. It's not a large play from me, but I can tell you that the Raptors are by far the most public. The full game is the most public game. You know what's on the board. I know the public does wins. It doesn't mean that that they're going to lose, but I'm riding the 76ers here plus the 8 points, and you don't even have to buy it. It's sitting at 8, and I'm all over this over, man.
Yeah, JC, you're my guy, you're my brother, but I have to disagree with you on one of your points you said about the 76ers have to run here. That was their problem in the first game. They tried to run. When they tried to run with the with the Raptors, look what happened. Every game they try to run with the Raptors, they get beat. They lose. Their only option is to try to slow it down. When Ibaka came in the game, we had a pretty fast-paced tempo going in that game. And when Serge came in the game, that's when everything slowed down. When that slowed down, that's when the 76ers actually was able to put up some baskets. They cut the lead down a little bit because they were able to actually set up their offense, because that running gun style they're trying to do with a guy like Kawhi in the transition, it's kind of tough. Then you got Siakam coming at you with full speed. It's kind of tough. And Lowry, man, I think he played pretty damn well. Even though he didn't touch double figures in points, the man had 9 points, 8 assists, and he only had 1 turnover. So he played the ball pretty well, and he did a good job on the defensive side. I mean, the Sixers kind of got what they wanted, I thought. They had 6 players in double digits. I mean, Harris, even though he had to, like y'all said, he had to guard Kawhi early on, he got off of him. But Harris had a pretty solid game. The man had snatched 15 rebounds in that game. I mean, Embiid, he gave it all he could do, but he wasn't healthy in that game, and it seems like this stomach flu might be even worse than what we thought. But he's going to go play the game tonight. So I'm a little iffy on that, Jay. I'm not saying they won't cover, but I just wanted to correct your point real quick. Not correct your point, but I wanted to kind of touch on what you just said about the pace in me. I saw it a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, we know the 76ers, that's all they do is run and gun. We saw against the Nets, when you turn them into a half-court team, when you have a point guard like Ben Simmons, there's no way in hell that they want to do the half-court and slow it down in this particular game. Well, I think, period, though. I mean, that's the 76ers' MO. It has been all year. I mean, I don't even think their defense is up there like that. And that's what I think the thing in this game. I actually think they focus more on offense in this one. And, I mean, they probably let the Raptors get their points. So, I mean, it probably does hurt a little bit as far as the spread. I am bigger on the over here, but I just feel like the 76ers, like I say, my main thing is I think they're going to score more than 95 points tonight. I think they get up to 110, and we know the Raptors going to get their points. It's great for the over, but I think the active dog in this one is one that's going to be pushing the over, pushing the total over, and I like the 76ers plus the 8.
My man said, JC says, I hear a hamster wheel in the background. Is that the willpower reels mic? Nah, bro, we don't live in the Stone Age over here. I got no goddamn hamsters running around no wheel. What I do have is a loose screw in this chair. I've just been too lazy, bro. I tell myself every day I'm gonna take this chair out and grab another one in here. My wife keeps telling me to go buy a computer chair, but I don't want to be spending my money on shit like that. I spend my money on other shit. I like toys and shit like that, man. So buying a computer chair to me when I got a perfectly good coffee table, but dining room table chair, I can bring right in here on the computer, because I don't get on the computer for shit, but to do the show, I bring a laptop in a room, you know what I mean, put that on a cable and cap. So it's my screw, bro. I'll fix it, though. I don't have no hamsters running the wheel, bro. I'll try not to move over here, man. I keep reaching for my Henny to take a sip when I'm off camera, but I'll cut back down. And real quick, I know we missed 420 on King's Court, everybody. You guys who watch it for the first time, at 420, we hit that dab. You take a nice drag of that vape pen, You roll you a nice joint, you pack you a bowl, and you enjoy the rest of this show, man. Because we're gonna take you on a roller coaster ride and try to get y'all some cash. So that's King's Court 420. It's 425 now, so you gotta hit that shit 5 times. But Max, before we move on, I want to hear your final play on this game as well. And not your final take on this game, but your plays on this game as well. Anything you want to add so we can get on to the next game? I'm on the first quarter Raptors. I'm on the first half Raptors. I haven't taken a full game. I should have taken him at 6.5 when I was on the show earlier with Jimmy Tucker. I should have taken him earlier today at 6.5. But I'm one of them guys who like to in play, and I'll probably be on live on my Twitter after this for the first quarter, first half, with everybody to sit back and bullshit and try to find us an in-play line because I like to make lines. I make my own line. And right now, I know I missed out on a good opportunity over here. So I'm definitely not debating what Jay is saying about the 76ers gonna hang in there because I could kind of see it here, but excuse me, because of the way the line moved on us, that's part of the reason why. But I'm still a question about the pace of play for the 76ers. I'm still a question about Embiid. So I'm just thinking right now for the first quarter, -2.5. First half, -4. Those are my plays on it. Jay, you want to give me your plays again real quick, and then we'll get Max final take on the game as well. Or your final thoughts if you have any real quick, Jay, and then your plays, and we'll pass it to Max.
Right. Yeah, I could see the Raptors coming in here handling up business. I could definitely see it. I'm hoping that the Raptors barely win and the 76ers show that they keep up with them. That way, Game 3 will be. Y'all know how we do in these Game 3s, man. When the team down 0-2. So for now, I'm on the 76ers plus the 8. And then I'm on the over in the first half over 109.5, and I'm on the full game over 220.
Real quick, and real quick, Max, before you go. Props. Everybody asking for props. A prop for me on this game I was looking at was a Siakam prop, points, rebounds over 28. I don't have the double-double prop like you guys keep asking about Siakam and stuff like that for the double-double. I like it. Especially with Embiid being kind of sick. You know they're going to take it to him. And Siakam has been showing us that he can ball out there. I saw his prop 2 over 1.5 3-pointers. I don't have that one as well, so I can't touch on that. Max usually have more props and better props than I have, and I kind of just ride with the props that his book offer and kind of pass them out over there. So Max, do you also see the props over there that's kind of standing out to you? Only one I can think of in this game would probably be a Siakam, maybe Ben Simmons, points, rebounds, and assists over 30, but that's the only ones. I haven't made any of official.
To talk about the props, I don't know, man. I think my book, they're pissed at me or something for hammering these props. Pretty much every prop is pretty high today. I'm gonna keep on the lookout here, though. I'm actually seeing one right now. Danny Green over 1.5 assist. They usually kick the ball out to him for taking the threes, and he's actually a pretty good guy at finding the post players. But to recap this game, I'm on the first quarter -2, and I want to touch on one thing Jay said. The 76ers are a pretty good run and gun team, so I understand totally why you are on the over, but the Raptors are a pretty good defensive team, and as you guys know, Raptors don't mind giving up their bodies. Kyle Lowry is one of the best charge takers in the league. Kawhi has offered his body a couple of times this season, so with Marc Gasol. So if they should be running and gunning, in the transition and stuff like that, Kyle Lowry will get back. He's a pretty good player at that. So I don't know. I lean towards the under, but actually I'm liking the over the first quarter because the 76ers should come out firing. And throughout the season, the first quarter over has actually been cashing, and the line is at 54.5 right now. So I think that's a really low line. So I'm gonna grab it for 1 unit. So my plays for this game are Toronto first quarter -2. First quarter over 55 points. First half -3.5 points. The Raptors the third quarter -1.5 points. And the total game Raptors -5.5. And I lean towards the under. Not an official play for me.
No doubt. Hey, do you have a prop that says Ben Simmons makes a 3-pointer? Yes or no?
Let me check. No, bro. The books don't even believe
-1,000.
Yeah, I was saying, they got the. I wonder what the plus of no would be on that shit. That's probably like a -550 with the no. You know what I mean? That's probably like the worst one. You know what I mean? The put and the yes is sitting at a nice little money. But yeah, that'd be an interesting prop right there, huh? Will Ben Simmons make a 3-point shot? That gotta be one of the most interesting props. People probably bet that shit every game until you finally make one.
Real quick, I actually have Marc Gasol to make 2 threes. He's actually been shooting the two really well, and he gets a couple of shots per game. So if you have like $50 or $5 you don't really care about, you could put it on that. Marc Gasol over 1.5 threes.
Oh my God, our little brother in here, man. This is Teddy B. Trust me, bro, and show me love, please. Teddy, I show you so much love all the time in the chat, bro. I love you, Teddy. Why do you need me to pat you in the back, man? Everybody, Teddy B was right about the Celtics, all right, you guys? He wants me to say that the Celtics are going to the championship. I'm not going to tell Teddy B that. I'm not going to tell him that the Celtics are going to the championship, and I'm not telling him that the Lakers are about to get a smart coach for next season. They probably won't. They'll probably hire Tyronn Lue. You probably get put out in the first round of the playoffs next year, Teddy. But this is a brother talking to you, bro. Brotherly love, man. I'm going to give you tough love. Fuck your Lakers, Teddy. And fuck the Celtics right now, too, Teddy. Fuck the Celtics right now. It's a bust right now for me.
Teddy, you only come watch the show after the Celtics win game 1 or what, man? Damn, I don't know when last time you been in here, man. You coming here now, you got about 5 comments back to back talking about show you love. They won game 1, man. They finna get their ass blew out tomorrow.
God damn,
Yeah,
man, Teddy, man, we're gonna talk after this, man. But let's go. MB looks sick, everybody. I'm liking it, man. We got our bets locked in. It seemed like we all like the first quarter kind of here there. I was gonna take the first half over, Jay, but I think I'll get it on the live Twitter after the show and watch the first half and see if we can catch a live play over first half. But real quick, Jay, did you any thought on the first half over? Did you cap that at all? Since you kind of like the full game over, kind of go hand in hand, don't you think? The first half full game.
Yeah, I'm on the first half over. Now, I actually can't say I probably like that one a little bit more because I definitely think they're going to come out scoring. Hell, the last first half, they actually scored, you know what I'm saying, a nice amount of points. It was that damn fourth quarter, bro. Like I say, I mean, you scored 70 points in the first quarter, and then you scored another 43 in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Then scored 60 in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, only 30 points. So, I mean, I like this first half over a little bit even more than the full game because it seemed like after the Raptors go in, they have a little game plan, they come out playing, you know what I'm saying, or not necessarily come out, but in the fourth quarter they lock up. So I like the first half over, and I think that it'll be so much that it'll go ahead and propel them to push the full game over. But I can't say I like the first half over a little bit more than the full game.
No doubt. Well, let's get to this next game, man. Y'all know people have been watching and following for a long time. I live in Las Vegas, but I'm officially from Portland. I grew up a Trailblazer. It's in our blood. It's just what we do. We Trailblazers and we Seattle Seahawks. It's by blood, and we Mariners fans. I mean, that's what it is. And if you know anything about hockey up in the Northwest, we Blackhawks fans as well. So it is what it is with us, man. When it comes to our teams, we stick by them and ride with them. But I'm about my money, man. And me being a fan of a team and never paid my bills whatsoever. But me betting on the team I'm a fan of or against the team I'm a fan of has paid the bills in many instances. And that's one of the ones I'm going for tonight, Jay. And Max, man, I'm riding this Denver Nuggets, man. I got them at the 3.5. I'm probably going to take them again at the 4, Jay and Max. Cantor, game time, shoulder fucked up. That's huge. That's huge for the Blazers, man. You guys don't understand how huge that is. The fact that Nurkic is already missing out there, and the fact that Denver has owned us. I mean, they pretty much own us whenever they want to. I don't know when the last time we even won in Denver. To be honest with you guys, it's a rare thing. It's like fucking finding a fucking unicorn. Go find me. You probably find a unicorn before you find the last time the Blazers won in Denver. I'm just fucking around, but it's tough to win in Denver as it is. And Jokic, the way they play with his team, I get the Dame hype. I love Dame Lillard. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player. CJ, I think everybody say I look like CJ, which I don't. He's not my little big brother, nothing like that. But I just don't know how they get it done tonight. You're asking a lot from Dame, you guys. You ask me. You're asking Dame and CJ to basically shoot lights out tonight. You're asking Dame and CJ and Curry and everybody at the bench to come out and play like this was a game 7. They gotta come out. That's how the Blazers win this game. That's basically what it is. The Blazers have to play this game like it's a game 7 for the Blazers to win. The line's been real fishy though because it's been sitting at 3.5 all day. But I think it's hype. A lot of money is on Denver, but a lot of tickets I was thinking is on the Blazers. I see somebody in chat say it as well too. The size, man, the size. To me, it's all about the offensive rebounds. I think the Blazers are number 3 in the year in the offensive rebounds. That was with the big man in. Yeah, I doubted Kemp in the first matchup against Adams. I doubted him, and they came out and performed. What I'm saying about this game by taking Denver first game is not me hating on the Portland Trailblazers. It's just the fact that I see the size advantage. I see the schemes that Denver can run. Portland are they're short-handed at the bigs. You're asking a lot from your 2 guards. Say if Dame gets in foul trouble. Say if CJ gets in foul trouble. Say one of the bigs get in foul trouble, a guy like Collins or Miles Leonard. Say one of them get in foul trouble. You're getting real small out there. You got Millsap, you got Jokic, you got Murray, you got guys who on a different team that can scheme around Portland and win a game. And I like the 3.5, Jay, and that's where I'm hanging my hat at. I'm on Denver here, man, 3.5, and I'll possibly go grab them again -4. I think the Blazers tonight are just outmanned tonight. I think that's all it is. If this is in Portland, Jay, I'll be all over Portland in the game one. But the fact it's in Denver and they lost that first game to the Spurs at home, I don't see it happening twice.
Yeah, my thing is a lot of people are saying they're taking the Blazers. Well, for one, I mean, they saw what against OKC. Let me tell you one thing for sure. Okay, Denver is not OKC. They don't have a player like Russell Westbrook or Paul George on their team. It's the whole team. They don't really have just one star player. They legit have 7, 8 people that can go for 20 on your ass any fucking night, bro. I'm like dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Three of them coming off the bench, bro. You saw them. They got people on the bench. They could be starting. People in the start could be on the bench. Bro. They could just switch that shit around, bro. I mean, if you look at it, the Blazers, yeah, they're the more rested team. But you look at it, is that really a good thing? Like, do you want the team? Okay, a team just played 7-game series and then they had a day off. I don't say that they're tired. They're not on the back-to-back. I mean, it's the playoffs. They're playing at the house. They didn't have to travel anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I would want to take the team that's been playing more rather than the one that's just been practicing. It's hard to simulate game speed in practice, man. Since 2005, road teams with 4 more days between games are 57 and 93 and 1 ATS, man. That's 38%. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you that you don't want the more rested team coming in. You want the team that actually just played the 7-game series. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but not really. I mean, they're used to playing. They're, you know what I'm saying, in game shape. Portland, they've been off since what, like Tuesday? Come on, bro. Already. Then you're missing Nurkic, then now Cantor too. I mean, which even if he plays a separated shoulder, I separated my shoulder 2-3 times. Cantor's not fucking playing, bro. If he is, he crazy as shit. And you hit that shoulder one more time, it's coming back out of place, bro. I'm telling you, it's not comfortable whatsoever. I don't think that he'll play, even if he does. The size matchup, the Nuggets just, I'm sorry, man. They like fucking twin towers over there for the Blazers. I like Dame. I like CJ. I love the way they've been playing. But as you can see, the Nuggets have perimeter defenders. They have multiple guards that they can throw at you. Okay, they got Harris, they got Morris, they got Beasley. I mean, come on, bro. I could go on down the line. I mean, I just think that the Nuggets are stacked, and I think that you getting them on a series price. I've never bet a series, but this will be my first one. -140, -145. How could I not max that, bro? How? Especially with the Nuggets having the home court advantage. Then Nurkic being out. If he was in, might be a little bit different, man. Denver pretty much dominated the Blazers every game this season. It won 4 out of 5 games. The one game that Portland won, the Nuggets rested everybody, bro. Come on, man. It's the Nuggets spot. And I know it's unpopular, but I'm on the under here, man. I know all the regular season meetings did go over, but this is the playoffs, man. And I see they have to lock down Dame and CJ, and I think that the Blazers will want to slow it down. But the Nuggets defense will definitely be on display here, and they're not going to really run and gun. I mean, they walk the ball to the court as well and try to play methodical ball. You know what I'm saying? Mike Malone is a defensive coach, man. Give me the Nuggets here, -4, and then I'm on the under 216.
Hey, Jay, and that's why I didn't play the over yet in this game, too. I was talking to Jim about, I don't know if you've seen it, I was leaning towards the over because of the way these teams play over, but I couldn't take it. And the reason I didn't take it was because of the offensive rebounds. I think Portland's going to be a one-trick pony tonight, man. They got to get, I don't know how, I mean, I'm not saying we won't get any offensive rebounds, but what I'm saying is it's going to be tough, man. I see less ball falling in Portland's hand this way with Aminu and Harkless out there on the offensive side. So I kind of agree with you right there, Jay, about maybe possibly the under. But that's part of the reason why I say up to over, because I had thoughts about, like, man, troubling thoughts, like, man, this kid may go under, so let me not fuck with it at all. So I'm not taking the under, Jay, but I can definitely have stats and stuff over here that would kind of agree with what you're saying, especially in the situation that the Blazers are in. Another thing you said, Jay, that I want to touch on, man, is about the shoulder. You got damn right about a dislocated shoulder, bro. Those are the type of injuries that last fucking forever. You could be just doing some basic shit, playing around with your kids. You dislocate your shoulder before in the past. That shit gonna come right the fuck out in a heartbeat, like with ease. It's like it never fully heals. At least that's how I take it, man. You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
I know for a fact. I got my brother, man. This shit pops, boom, 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 boom. Like he can dislocate this shit himself. Like he's one of them dudes in the movie, you know, when you handcuffed, you gotta dislocate
your thumb.
Pop it back
in. Yeah, I know.
They be doing it all like that. So yeah, I agree with you there, man. Do you really want to wish Cantor, and you know you have a full series, you have a full series to go against the Blazers, man, and something that everybody said about you said that about the rest too, Jay, about the rest here. The one thing that a shooter doesn't want to do when a shooter like Dame is hot, CJ was picking it up, you kind of want to cool them off. You kind of want to get more games and more games. You kind of want to keep going. Now you've been sitting back and the only shots you've really been taking, not really contested shots because you're playing it. You're just shooting in practice. I know Dame gets up every day and shoots before the game and all that stuff, but it's a different type of shooting in practice between shooting in the actual game. I mean, it's different looks you're going to see in the game than you actually see in practice. It's a whole different type of looks, and people are going to be throwing at you out there. So Max, your take on this game over here as well, man. But yeah, my bet over here is the Nuggets, man. I also threw a parlay out here too, Jay and Max. Your take on this, man. I took the Raptors money line just now with the Nuggets money line right now, minus 175 for a plus 106 payout. Not the biggest payout, but it's still a plus line, man. I think both home teams get it done tonight, so I like the plus 106, Jay and Max.
Yeah, you guys pretty much covered the game really good. I want to touch on one thing that Jay was talking about. They faced each other 4 times this season. Nuggets beat them 3 times out of 4. The only time Blazers managed to win was when, as Jay said, Jokic was injured, resting Millsap and Murray. So without those guys, it's you can understand. Blazers were without Nurkic though. Yes, I have a hard time capping this game actually. This is totally a Denver spot. But one thing I want to get you guys to think about is Blazers haven't been struggling with the offense this season, this playoff series, even the last one. They got their points. Only thing they had trouble with is the defensive end. But that because they're lacking bigs. Denver got everyone pretty much ready, game ready, and as you guys were talking about, these players, when they're feeling good, they just want to keep on playing, man. Resting for a couple of days could really mess your rhythm up. Somebody will rust, and Dame is an excellent shooter. Excellent shooters need to get those shots up every day. And as Rail said, shooting at practice and shooting at game is 2 different type of things. Denver should win this game, but one bet I'm actually looking at is Damian Lillard, player prop. Him getting the assists, rebounds, and points. It's at 37.5. I just want to say there aren't really any. Paul George is like a better defender than anybody on the Nuggets team. Nuggets don't really have any defensive player of that caliber, and still Dame dropped like 30 every game on Paul George's ass. So I'm just saying nobody could probably stop Dame here. He's got to carry the team. As Rail said, CJ, Seth Curry, Aminu, Dame, everybody, they need to put up like 20 points each to even win this game. So I just see this game going where Dame is pretty much taking charge. He's doing pretty much everything, but they still fall short because they won't get the rebounds today. If you guys are liking Jokic triple-double, that might actually get through today. They don't have the bigs enough, and come on, Cantor, he's been playing really good. I had to give that man credit. He's excellent job. You outbested Steven Adams. Steven Adams couldn't do shit. He played better than him. But come on, bro, your shoulder. You ain't playing tonight. I don't know if it's dislocated or whatever the injury was, but if he still plays, he's not going to be able to bang with Jokic. Jokic is a big body. He is a better offensive and defensive player than Enes Kanter. So I haven't taken Denver -4 yet, but I lean towards that way. I would be in playing this game a lot, I think. I don't have as I said, Denver have been struggling with the offense. The last game against the Spurs, I've never seen a worse first half in my life, bro. They should have been up by 25 against the Spurs, but both teams were pretty much shooting bricks all day. It was pretty hard to watch. I was crying blood out of my eyes watching them try to put the basket in. But as I said, Portland has never had trouble putting the points up. If they have a chance today, they're going to probably push the pace the first quarter and first half. Sometimes feels like Denver is really sloppy in the first quarter and first half. They can't really get their offense going. Then Jamal Murray comes out in the third quarter, just shoots the lights out. But Denver has the upper hand today. They should win this game really easy. But I'm leaning towards a player pop on Damian Lillard.
All right, no doubt. I like that. Real quick, our man Soma said he got good value since I like the Nuggets money line. He's going with a 4-point teaser on both game spreads at plus 270. Man, show me how you got that, bro. Because if I do a teaser right now, my teaser is not going to give me the plus 70 for a two-team teaser with two teams. I'm going to be walking away actually with like maybe I think it's a minus 140 somewhere right now. I could be wrong. It could be minus 160. It's not going to be the same value for me. So I had to do it the way I just took the money lines and put plus the 106. Jay, I want to ask you a question. Something that Max was saying too about the Dame prop, about they having free Dame. And we know that's who they're going to be going to tonight is mainly Dame. And he make a great point about that. How do you feel about the Dame prop? I mean, I looked at it as more so, yeah, I did look at it from that aspect. The prop that I liked the most for me was Millsap. I think the Millsap over 19 points and rebounds is a decent prop. And a difference, Jay, and I'm pretty sure you could have contested this. I mean, if I'm wrong, Jay, please call me on my shit. But the Blazers and OKC was a different kind of series than Denver and the Spurs. Blazers and OKC was basically a one-man show, a two-man show versus a team. The Blazers played as a team. OKC played from the outside in. They kind of lived and died by that three-point shot with Westbrook, and if he's off, he's off. And with Paul not even being 100%. There was kind of a two-man show out there. They played from the outside in. A team like Denver with all these bigs, and they know that your bigs, that you're wounded at the bigs as it is, they're going to play from the inside out on you. And that means they're going to be going to the bigs early and in crunch time and in vulnerable moments. They're going to go to their bigs, and they're going to push the ball out. Unlike OKC, where they started off already, they come down quarter fire and three. They even let the guys in the middle of the paint set up, Jay. Do you agree with that or you disagree with that?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My thing in this one though, I mean, this is the thing with OKC and Portland, and this is the reason why Dame went off, bro. This was something personal. Dame and Westbrook had a whole nother beef. You know what I'm saying? He has a whole nother level to go to when people start talking shit, especially you a hooper and you think that you better than them, and you had an opportunity to go and show them, especially playing them in a 7-game series. It's time to turn up, bro. You're gonna see a whole different type of Dame. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say we know he's the best player of the team. He's gonna have to carry them on his back, especially in this series. But I'm sorry, I mean the Nuggets are a totally different team than the OKC was. They don't just have two people that can beat you. You don't just only have to worry about two people on offense. You got to worry about the whole team. And I'm sorry, Max, but they have multiple defenders. I like Damian Lillard, but to say that the Nuggets don't have anybody to stick him, I mean that's going a little bit far, bro. I mean we saw that Murray, whenever Murray and Harris and Torrey Craig coming into that. Basically, when Torrey Craig and Gary Harris were inserted to the lineup, they gave the Spurs fits. I'm talking about White and DeRozan immediately were locked up, bro. I mean, the Nuggets won 2 straight games. They had a damn good defensive plan for them. We know the Spurs came back to the house and won Game 6. It was a must win. But what do we see in Game 7? Once again, I mean, they were containing them pretty well, bro. And you look at it, Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, Torrey Craig, Malik Beasley, and Monte Morris and Will Barton, all of them can stick Lillard or McCollum. Watch, bro. Whichever one of them start to get torched, they're gonna switch it up. There's 6 guys that you can rotate on 2 guys, man. I'm sorry. I love the matchup for the Nuggets here, and I don't see how they don't win this series. I don't see how they don't win this Game 7 series. I absolutely love it. And as far as the props, I would be looking at maybe Millsap under point. I know seeing him at 12.5. I know he could ball out, but I don't see him getting there. I see it's gonna be more of a guard. This is gonna be guard heavy, bro. This is the way that I see it. You know what I'm saying? So, and just on the other game, maybe look at Embiid under. I see it that it's like at 22, 23, just not to hop games or whatever. But if he's sick, not feeling well, I mean, that might be a damn good prop as well. You guys know I don't bet props, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, throwing shit out there to you. But I'm sorry, I like all the Nuggets props, and I don't like none of the fucking Blazers props. But now the Dame one could hit, to be honest with you, but we know that they're going to be focused in on him.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be focusing on him. And Max, I know you want to chime in up real quick again. But yeah, I like the Millsap prop over 19. But mine's 19 points and rebounds. I can see him pulling off about 11, 12 rebounds, especially with the Blazers being smaller out there tonight. And especially against some ticky-tack fouls, some easy baskets against guys like Collins and Minu and stuff of that nature. So I like the Millsap prop. I mean, I know it's a stretch type of prop. It's a reach a little bit with Millsap, being that he's not the focal point of the offense and a bunch of things. But I think people kind of be surprised. I kind of think Millsap may have a little Al Horford type of role tonight against the Blazers tonight. We may see a little bit more Millsap than we'll see. I think you may get a lot of Millsap tonight, and you won't see that much of him doing the rest of the game series-wise. I think tonight he probably have a decent game, especially being at home. So I like the Millsap over 19, but mine's points and rebounds. And Jay make a good point when he said his is just based on the points at 12.5. So I'm expecting Millsap to have more rebounds actually than to have points and to get me to where I want to get to. So That's how I'm playing it right there. Max, your final take on these games, man, and your final plays on this game, and anything that Jay just touched on, man, because he kind of just challenged the theory a little bit about the guards playing. I kind of have to agree with Jay over here. I like the scheme that I see the Denver Nuggets being able to come throw at the Blazers, and that's part of the reason why I like Denver tonight. They schemes. They have different offensive schemes they can throw the Blazers and defensive schemes, and the Blazers really don't have that deep. And they really can't go that deep, especially when your big man's hurt, man. So, and foul trouble is always a factor in the playoffs, man. We see a lot of guys get fouls. Curry fouling like a motherfucker. A lot of people foul heavy. So, and being in Denver, don't know if the Blazers going to get that kind of love out there from the referees tonight. So, it's going to be a tough game, Max.
Yeah, of course. Jay touched on it really good there. He talked about Dame having personal beef with Russell Westbrook. You're 100% correct. Dame doesn't have any beef with any of the Nuggets players, but they are deep. They are, as Jay said, 5 or 6 guards who could guard Dame at the wings. But I just feel like Dame is a better offensive player. If anybody is going to score for the Blazers tonight, it's gonna be him or CJ. I just have more trust in Dame. They can't give him space. He hit that logo 3, so they won't be giving him space, but he could beat everybody off the dribble. He's just too quick. He's a really good player. If you see him, I'm not just talking about the playoffs. I've been watching the Blazers game, before the playoffs. He pretty much can get to the hoop whenever he wants. He's like Kyrie. He got an awesome mid-range. He can shoot from the 3, and he can get to the hoop and finish. Just a small, but it's nothing I'm going to put huge on Dame over 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. But I totally agree with you, Jay. He doesn't have a beef with anyone in Denver. But it feels like he's on a mission. He want to show up that he's all NBA first. So it's just a small bet for me. And of course, I lean with you guys minus the 4. Denver is a better bench. They have they have a lot of bigs. They should come out and win this game. But I just feel like the Dame is gonna put up a fight. It doesn't go down easy. He has way too much heart in him for that.
No doubt. We got a few minutes left before we get up out of here. So let's start trying to spend the last little 10 minutes, you guys. We're going to try to make a commitment to the last 10 minutes of the show. Just answering questions. Answering questions from the chat, Jay and Max. We're going to try to implicate that starting today, Monday, going through the rest of the week. So the last 10 minutes of the show, we're going to try to spend them answering questions. So we get to it. My man, Moneyline Global, it's not really a question, it's more like a statement. He said, the Spurs was solid. Y'all tripping, they had veterans. That's what I'm saying. The guy said in the chat, Jay and Max, they came back a Nuggets team that just went 7 games with the Spurs. Spurs is a pop coach team. You had Aldridge out there. They banged with Jokic and the rest of the big guys like Millsap. You had Rudy Gay. You got DeRozan. You got like proven players in the NBA of those on the team. I'm not saying Dame and the rest of these Blazers aren't, but you had the size to attack the Nuggets. And that's what they have size. And you have the size to attack the Nuggets. The Blazers really don't have that size to attack them down low, especially with Cantor being how he is. Now, if our big man was there, yeah, but you guys are telling me that we're going to win a game. What I'm seeing is you guys are saying Dame is about to go AI. Dame is about to go AI and bring this team to the finals. That's what y'all saying. Dame has to go AI and do it. And I'm not saying Dame can't, but the NBA ain't built like that no more. A lot of guys got good guards. And teams are teams. You don't make it to the playoffs and make it to the second round if you're not a complete team. You can't be a one-man show. That's why OKC ain't here no more. Why a lot of these teams didn't make it to the playoffs. Why no Lakers in the playoffs. That's why a lot of teams aren't there. You can't just be a one-trick pony, man. You got to be a team. But, Jay, your take on that, man, and any questions you see from the chat?
Yeah, I'm looking. They were pretty much just saying a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, is scared to bet on the Blazers or whatever. And then people, you know what I'm saying what that they was saying basically that the Nuggets just beat the Spurs. And that's when he say, you know what I'm saying, hey, y'all tripped out. Y'all saying like the Spurs a pushover or something, which he's right. You know what I'm saying? And like another guy is saying, it's all about matchups. That's what it come down to. I mean, really, when you cap basketball, there's something that you just can't forget. You know, you have to pull up both matchups for both teams and look who's guarding who. I mean, when you look at it, as far as me, I mean, I like everything that I see in this one, and I can't say I love the under here, man. You look at these game 1 unders, them bitches been cashing. I think it's like something like 11, 12 straight games now. These game 1 unders been cashing. I mean, these teams are pretty much filling each other out. And like I tell you guys, these are the playoffs, man. Defense intensity. A lot of people, I told the guys, you know what I'm saying, that game 7 for the Spurs. A lot of people are like, oh, just because it's game 7. I mean, all right, you see what happened? That shit went like 170 something, bro. So, I mean, this ain't the game 7, but these game 1s, hey, they've been cashing, bro. And I like the way that the Nuggets been playing defense. So just me personally, I saw Ralph Portuanto, I can't say it too good. He liked the under 216 too. I can't say, bro. That was one of the first bets I made this morning. I can't say it was at 216.5, but 216, 215.5, I still like it, bro. I'm all over this under, and I love the Nuggets.
No doubt. Max, any question jump out to you in the chat that stood out? A question or, well, a prop or a response? Anything like that?
Yeah, I saw some guy talking about the public money. I just want to put it real quick. Shout out to Teddy, Celtics, great job. And you even tipped me off for the Houston +7 when the line was released. So good job. Somebody was talking about the public bets. I looked into it. The public has actually bet Portland 51% money line and Denver 49, and even the spread people have been taking 57 Portland. I mean, you can't read into it way too much, guys. Regular people, there are a lot of people who don't know nothing about sports. You just see like Damian Lillard hit the last game winner. They're like, oh yeah, he's gonna do that again, and bet the lines like that. Don't buy into it too much. I mean, it would be alarming if it was like 80% on Portland and 20 on Denver. Then for sure I would be alarmed. But 51-49, there's a lot of people putting down money, I guess. Other than that, I don't see any questions. But yeah, I do like the under in this game, but it's hard to tell because they need to keep up with the scoring. If Dame start putting through those shots, they will need to get up for the, Jamal Murray and Gary Harris need to make the shots tonight. But I do like the under, defensive rebounds. Denver will be having those in their hands today. Portland don't really have any second chance. They won't be having any second chance. They pretty much have to make every shot. So I do like the under. I haven't taken it yet, though.
No doubt. Hey, Max, real quick before we get out of here, tell them where you on, what games you have over here tonight, and then Jay, same old, but make sure you let them know where they can find you at, Max. A lot of people ask how they find you on Twitter, man, so make sure you also shout out to Twitter at the end.
Yeah, for sure. I'm on the Toronto Raptors first quarter -2. I'm on the game first quarter over 55 points in the Raptors 76ers game. I like the Toronto Raptors first half -3.5. The line has moved now. I took this earlier today. I like the Raptors third quarter -1.5, and I took them yesterday full game -5.5. Denver Blazers, I don't really have a play yet. I lean towards the under. I will be in playing this, and I might take the Nuggets -4 small shot. One official play on this game is Damian Lillard over 37.5. That's assists, rebounds, and points. Just a small bet. And you can find me on Twitter at Max and by Brand. We will see you guys tomorrow.
No doubt, no doubt. Loving your plays, Max. J Money, brother. Tell them where they can find you at, man, and what are your plays. And to answer everybody's question, I'll answer after J Money. Tell us where we can find him at and what's his plays.
Practice? Come on, man. We're talking about practice, not the game. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I'm on the Sixers, man, plus the 8. Give me the Sixers plus the 8 full game. I'm on the over in the first half, man. 109.5. I'm on the over the full game. 220. Give me the Nuggets on the -4, man, and the money line. And you can max the money line, I think so. -4 standard bet. And I like the under, man. I'm all over this under. 216.5, 216. 215.5. Let's get this cash. Y'all know what's up. Y'all go and find me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney. Y'all go follow Max and Real, man. You need to follow all of us, man. We finna get to some cash.
Hey, real quick, my man Pedro, you make a great point. OKC and Portland series was averaging about 216. You right about that. But this ain't Portland. I think this series goes over more games than most of this series. But kind of agree with my man J Money on the under over here. So definitely something that we're gonna watch out for. Hey. Great show, Jay. Great show, Max. I'm on the Raptors first half -3.5. It's at 4 now. Still rock with it. I still rock with it. I still support the 4, you guys. I still support the 4. I'm on the first quarter -2.5. I'm on the Nuggets -3.5. Gonna double down, take the Nuggets again -4. So that'd be 2 bets on the Nuggets as well. Full game -3.5, -4. I'm about to sneeze. I'm on the Millsap over, hold up. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I'm on the Millsap.
My allergies killing me too, Real.
Bro, that's crazy. I'm telling you, it was 90 degrees here yesterday, 100 degrees, bro. It's raining and fucking thunder out here. I got pollen all everywhere, bro. But we get off of that. I've been complaining about this shit all week, bro. There's nothing I can do but walk around with a goddamn mask on my face like I'm traveling somewhere. But I'm on the Millsap over 2, man. Points and rebounds at 19. I made a little parlay. It was at 106, but now if you put the parlay, since the Raptors line went back down, it went up to all the way up to 8. It's back down to 7, so you can get the Raptors now minus 300. Nuggets still minus 175. It'll pay you now at a plus 110. So a little four more cents on me, a little change on it. That's the plays. First quarter, Raptors. First half, Raptors. Nuggets. Full game, basically times 2, 3.5 and 4. And I'm on the Paul Millsap points and rebounds over 19. Great show with you guys. Algae's kicking it in at the right amount, right time too, man, to get up off of here. And am I gonna be on live on Twitter? Give me about 15 minutes. I'll get on there with you guys and bullshit with you guys for the first half of the Raptors game, man. Shout out to my man Jay Money. Shout out to my man Max. My man Ski probably couldn't join us today, but we'll try to find another day we can get Ski on here with us when he's not so busy. Until then, man, good luck to everybody. Line shop on SBR, and catch us tomorrow, man. Deuces.